up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your local problematic Leo, and we're here with another installment of Rob Reads You Shit so you don't have to read it yourself. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, this one is kind of for me. As many of you guys know, I've been covering Warframe for quite some time, and I've been seeing snippets of things here and there that have been kind of interesting. I'll be honest, I did jump in for like Pet 1.5 for just a little bit because the new mod seemed kind of fun, and I did want to kind of play around with it just to see if it felt like something new and fresh, and it was okay. Let me know down in the comments below if there's anything up to Whispers in the Walls that you guys think that I should check out. But the big thing today is we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at Update 35, Whispers in the Wall patch notes. So in all honesty, this is probably more for me than it is for you guys. Y'all are probably in the background, like downloading things or leveling things, and I just want to see if there's anything genuinely worth me taking a look at aside from the story quest. Alright, so let's kick it off. Update 35, Whispers in the Walls. The mysteries left behind by the brilliant Albrecht and Trotty and the unknowable man in the wall have begun to unravel. Welcome to Whispers in the Walls, the next major update chapter of Warframe's sprawling cinematic story. Yeah, I definitely added another word into that. Let's just say I'm a little rusty, okay? New or rejoining, welcome all. If you are new to Warframe, you have joined an exciting point in the game's story and development. To prepare for the journey ahead of you to reach Whispers in the Walls content, read our new player guide, and I do believe that you have to be up to the new war storyline. Does the new war doesn't include Duviri Paradox, does it, huh? So technically, you don't have to play Duviri Paradox, and believe you me, I don't want to play that one again. If you're returning to Warframe, welcome back. Get caught up on the latest content with the returning player guide. God, they got to get out all these guides to be like, here, this is how you get to this thing. So, spoiler warning, if you are in need of a refresher of Warframe story so far, take a peek into the redacted files found on a particular machine located in the Sanctum Anatomica hub on Deimos if you have completed the Whispers in the Walls quest. Ooh, I'm very curious about that. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes down to like Warframe lore, my knowledge is spotty because there's only certain things that I care about. Like there's a part of me that has completely blanked out all of Deimos because I don't care about family drama. Just give me the shit that actually ties into the story. They're like, the big reveal at the end is, here are our names. I'm like, yeah, no thank you. Alright. So, we're gonna skip over the Xbox specific notes because that's not us. There's a whole freaking table of content that comes with this and I'm like, oh Jesus, how long is this gonna be? And then there's time-limited in-game alerts, earn Sevikov and Epitaph. I do believe that there is a deluxe skin with him that they were showing off that I don't really like so much, but we'll get down for the judgment. Alright, cross-platform save rollout begins December 14th. They were saying that they did not necessarily want to roll this out with the update because it's already busy enough as it is. I'm sure they're already putting out fires for any of the bugs that come with the update, so trying to roll out cross-save along with it all is going to be a big pain in the butt. Let's see, they've got some things in bold, we'll read that. To ensure success and stability during the launch of this highly requested feature, cross-platform save will be made available in staggered phases. You can check if your account is included in the latest phase and ready for cross-platform save by going to the account management page on warframe.com. I'm just a PC boy, and I am letting you know that I was watching the pre-stream to this, and she was saying, like, it's like December 4th-ish. It's like, we'll keep you updated-ish as to when it's launching. It's launching, but like, you know, that date is flexible. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of skip over the cross-platform stuff because that's not me. There is a new cinematic quest, Whispers in the Walls. I'm gonna be real with you. Really what got me for this update was that cat. I was like, we got like, I mean, I know I don't think it's like a new cat model, but it's like a Sphinx cat. And I'm like, I don't necessarily love the Sphinx cat, but look at that armor. And I know it's available. And I know that I have extra funds. So I know I'm going to be using it on the cat armor. All right. Deep within Necralisk, a dominant precept known as the Kalimos sequence has been activated. You must return to Deimos and investigate Albrecht's hidden subterranean laboratories for any clues he may have left behind. Whatever he was working on, you will quickly discover that his laboratories are the source of many unknowns. The Whispers in the Walls quest acts as an introduction into Warframe's next major chapter. As with all research, discoveries often lead to more questions, aka they haven't sorted out all the lore yet, so you're gonna have to wait just a little bit. Note to content creators. Content creators are able to broadcast and or publish VODs of their Whispers in the Walls quest without DMCA concerns. This does not include edited video content outside of the context of your gameplay stream, which does include licensed music from the quest. Next that out. All right. Quest prerequisites. You must have the following quests completed to access the Whispers in the Wall quest, Heart of Deimos, and the New War. We have now removed mastery rank requirements from all main story quests, which includes those listed above, to allow players to enjoy story content without the delays that mastery rank gain tests would cause. More information covered below. Blah, 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 blah. All right, quest rewards. Blueprint for the new Warframe Corvex. The new secondary weapon, the Grimoire. Maxed ranks includes a weapon slot and pre-installed Arcane Catalyst. I don't know how to feel about the Grimoire. How do you guys feel about, I know that they have specific mods that are going to make it even more interesting, which I think is kind of cool, but is it like a one-time thing? Are we going to get multiple Grimoires? Hopefully we get multiple Grimoires. But also, I just feel like it's the throwing animation, right? Like when you're throwing kunai, but your hand is like this, so it's like, I don't know, it's weird, but I kind of might like it. Melee upgrade segment. More information on the way with new heavy melee attack system. Okay. Interesting. Tennokai section. Mentor's Legacy mod. More information in the Tennokai section. Melee Arcane Adapter. Okay. Access to Cavia Syndicate and the new Sanctum Atomica hub on Deimos. See, like, here's the thing. Deimos could have been so much more. Like, I feel like there was so much lore that could have been put in it, and we just got squabbling infidels. And I'm just like, that story went to waste. Anyway, access to new Deimos nodes and mission types. Okay, at least we're making use of the area. Coming soon, Operation Gargoyle's Cry begins December 18th. Okay, we're doing something. The Murmur encroaches on our system's Tenno. The Whispers beyond the wall are a new threat. We must ensure they stay confined to Albrecht's laboratories. Okay, there's some shit in there that really cannot come out. We got it. Operation Gargoyle's Cry is a time-limited event launching on December 18th at 11 a.m. Eastern on all platforms. Got it. Requirements and how to prepare. Complete the Whispers in the Walls quest. If you are new to Warframe and have not completed the Heart of Deimos and new war class, blah, blah, blah. You must be part of a clan and own a clan key. Ooh, I'm going to tell you right now, Mogami, you got to, like, log in occasionally, or you got to pass me some, like permissions. Because I got, like, some Twitters? Some messages saying, hey, log in, we need somebody to come in and add this stuff in there for Dagath. All right, so they're talking about how to join a clan, how to form a clan. You'll get over it. Ensure a clan member has the architect or dojo decorator role. Oh, great, this is me. But it's very pretty, at least. So I'm going to have to put this somewhere. Great. More responsibility. New tile set, Albrecht's Laboratories. Impressive though they may appear, the laboratories are not without dangers of their own. You'll find the gilded alcoves patrolled by abandoned necromechs faithfully defending their departed master's secretive research. These majestic halls continue to a brand new Warframe tile set, expanding outwards directly from the tunnels beneath the necrolith. Gilded rooms filled with instruments, not all that can be found below. A haunting but familiar presence lingers within the labyrinth, weaved in with Albrecht's place of research are vast bleak spaces with an unending storm rages on, a clear demonstration of the man in the wall's influence. I'm very curious who this man in the wall is, because is it the man that we've been seeing? New enemy faction, the Murmur. Known by many names, the Murmur are the hands and feet and eyes, and you get the idea, of the indifference. Why is this sounding like a Doctor Who villain. They're attempting to break through Albrecht's laboratories into the Origin system, something Tenno will need to stop at all costs. All right, so the image above shows the Anatomizer in the foreground and the Holo vein in the background. Okay, so they're just like body parts. They're like body parts of statues and shit. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's keep moving down. Are these our pets? Can they be our pets? Oh, what is this? Rogue, I mean, I get it's the rogue ones, but like, you know, we could make that, you know, with the robotic pet things we have. Rogue necromech enemies, originally designed to defend Albrecht's laboratories from outsiders, these necromechs have gone rogue and will attempt to destroy interlopers who cross their path. I just want to see, can we have any of these? It doesn't seem like we can have any of these, but I want that as a pet. Ugh. All right, tile set gameplay features. The laboratories are brimming with instruments and research technologies that can be used to your advantage. Summon personal necromech. Colorless antiques pepper the laboratories and contain archaic hacking technology. That's rude. I mean, this wasn't necessarily my days, but like, it wasn't that far off from my days. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you call them colorless antiques, that hurts my soul. Because I do vaguely remember, not a hard disk, but I do remember the floppy disks. I never owned one, but I've seen them. You know what I mean? But like in real life, seen them. Not like in a museum, seen them. All right. So inserting the incorrect sequence red icons will increase corruption levels, with which risks failing the hack attempt. Correctly matching the sequence will reward you by delivering your personal necromech and your squads to nearby dispensers. Once a terminal has been used, it's disabled for the rest of the mission, and the ability to summon a necromech is put on a cooldown. Seek out new terminals once the cooldown has expired to dispatch your necromech. I don't even really like using my necromech that much because I feel like the movement is kind of caca, but you know, great if that's what you like. Veritol files. As one might expect, the laboratories contain a multitude of health and safety hazards beyond the enemies that patrol the halls, most notable being the vitriol files. Destroying them releases their corrosive contents, which can aid against foes, but watch your step. Vitriol does not distinguish between friend and foes. This just sounds like they're giving us a description of the explosive barrels. Loke surges are inescapable reminders that the void has leaked into the laboratories. Interact with them to provide your squad with a buff. Be wary that doing so will spawn a foe. Okay. Tile set collectibles. Okay. So there's much to discover in the laboratories. You can brave the dangers. You can get it. I'm assuming this is just you put this shit in your orbiter or whatever. I'm assuming. But you can, I guess, turn in these things for standing. Exchange for where? Okay, turn in for Cavia standing in the Sanctum listen, I've given up on the word. Exchange for wares in the Sanctum Anatomica. I got it. Or used to craft Corvex, Akim, and more. Voca can be earned as rewards as well. Okay, so this is basically like the feathers, the quills and shit. All right. New resources. I'm assuming this is just shit where we have to fucking farm more stuff, you know, because we said that we weren't getting more farming islands, or we asked for no farming islands, and they said we were not going to get more farming islands, but it looks like this is a farming island. Demios expansion with new nodes and mission types. Okay, this at least I feel is kind of cool because they're reusing something that they used to have, and now we're doing something new with it. Completing the Whispers in the Walls quest unveils 5 new nodes on Deimos to continue your excursions throughout Albrecht's laboratories. One of these new nodes features a brand new mission type called Alchemy. This one seemed interesting to me. And 4 feature existing main mission types. Assassination, Mirror Defense. Oh, we're getting another Mirror Defense. I kind of like Mirror Defense, you guys. How did you guys feel about it? Survival and Exterminate. Good. We got some classics. Survival and Exterminate with an Entrati twist. All of these nodes are also available on the Steel Path. Got it. There's also a special weekly mission type called Netra Cell that is exclusively accessed in the Sanctum Anatomica hub on Deimos. Read to learn more. Netra Cells weekly. The Netra Cells are secured by hazardous key glyphs found only on the what anchor hold. Listen, DE loves these words that try to mess us up. They contain highly sought-after valuables and can only be opened by using the correct key glyph. The key glyphs were designed by Albrecht and Trotty to open his secretive Netra Cells. Each one imposes a heavy burden on its character and added security measure to give the lab's defenses an advantage should a key glyph fall into unknown hands. Now, from what I've heard, that these are basically like dragon keys for the, what is it called? Dragon keys for the you know, that tile set. That one. But instead of actually having them like pre-made and then bringing into the mission, I think you can click on them and then they'll impose the stuff on you. Note on difficulty, this game mode is intended to be very challenging and specifically tuned for full squads. Be sure to prepare accordingly. The following restrictions apply to Netra Cell missions. Empowered enemies. Enemy health and shields increased by 100%. An additional 50 for each squad member, stacking to a maximum of 300. There's also an increased chance of Eximus. Respawns, no self-revives. Last gas penalty. Activating last gas reduces the timer by 2 seconds, and the bleed out timer shortens after each revive to a minimum of 5 seconds. Okay, wait a second. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is sounding kind of risky and frisky. I'm into it. Consumables. Summons are disabled for the entire duration of the mission, and each type of restore all sizes has a 3-minute cooldown. So this basically feels like, isn't it Steel Path? Isn't this what Steel Path is? Listen, it's been a while, and literally when I go into Steel Path, I just bring in sturdy frames, so I don't have to worry about too much, you know? Let's see, how to access. A specific member of the Cavia Syndicate in the Sanctum Anatomica knows how to enter the Anchor Hold. Visit them and select Enter the Anchor Hold to option to begin the hunt for a Netra Cell. A maximum of 5 Netra Cells can be found and unlocked per week for rewards. Resets every Sunday. So, wait, does that mean we have 5? Or do they just give us 5? You're like, this is all you can have. We'll find out when we get in there. So how to play. Upon entering the Anchor Hold, you and your squad will be required to select and carry the 4 randomized key glyphs presented. Each impose their own debilitating burden to the barrier. Lose 2 health when moving. Jumping pauses the effect. Oh, B just jumped the whole time. There is no limit to how many key glyphs one person can shoulder. Oh, so literally you can be like, hey, you stand back here and just stay alive? And everybody else can go do all the heavy lifting. But the key is you stay alive. That's kind of fun. Notable rewards for opening a Netra Cell include Melee Arcanes, more information on new Melee Arcane section, Melee Arcane Adapter, more information, blah, 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 Archon Shards, Base and Tau Forge. There's like a new, like, whatever it's called, the shards that you can like combine together to create fun things. This one I'm actually really interested in. The Alchemy Endless. Alchemic devices in Albrecht's laboratories, known as Crucibles, allow elemental powers to be wielded and fused in complex forces. The Cavia are requesting your assistance to ensure they remain operative for a greater goal. How to access, blah, blah, blah. How to play. Crucibles within the laboratories are capable of mixing complex elements and are provided you can supply elemental forces required. Killed enemies drop amphors filled of heat, cold, toxin, or electricity. Throw amphors into the crucibles to mix the requested complex to mix the requested complex elements 100%. They can also be lobbed at enemies as concentrated elemental grenades. Once you've filled it with the required elements, the crucible begins its mixing process, and a random crucible overflow buff will be applied to the squad for the duration of the mix. Ensure the stability of this high-powered mixing process by breaking distressed pipes. Okay, so it's got like the volatile element where you gotta like shoot the little things. You're like, okay, don't overheat. Okay, that sounds kind of fun. I'm kind of into that. New Tennokai mods. For more information in the new heavy attack system Tennokai section. I did not pay any attention to any of the new Tennokai stuff, so I'm interested to see how that actually happens. Assassination, the Fragmented. Ready to go toe-to-toe with something that almost certainly has way more toes than you do. Megan wrote this. That's a Megan line right there. Seek out and destroy the Fragmented, a nightmarish assembly of a murmur fragments. How to access, select the Effervo node. Why does DE have to do this to us? Specifically to me, I feel like it's a personal attack. On demos with the star chart from the laboratory navigation from Sanctum Anatomica. How to play. Seek out an Atropos probe and inject its serum into a Vitrium to begin scanning. Defend the Vitrium while it scans for the Murmur's eyes. Prevent the scan from being interrupted by keeping the search radius around the Vitrium clear of enemies. Okay, so we're just like capture the point, kind of like, you'll back up. Once the Murmur's eyes have been exposed, they will become visible to you for a limited amount of time. Collect them quickly before they fade from view. That sounds weird. Atropos probes power the Vitriums for a limited amount of time, so once it has been depleted, new probes and Vitriums will be found to continue the process. Collecting the requirement amount of Murmur eyes will pinpoint the fragmented location. Upon arrival, you will face off against one of the 3 variants, Suzerain, Zelator, or Anchorite. Dispatching it will reward you. Notable rewards for successfully defeating the fragmented include new mods: Ready Steel, Shivering Contagion, Precision Intensify, and Energy Nexus. Ooh, what? Shivering Contagion sounds kind of cool. And Precision, okay, I like this. New melee arcanes. More information in the new melee arcanes below. I'm really excited for that. Mirror Defense Endless. I'm assuming we're just doing the same thing. Protect the Vitrium and Oracle as the enemies alternate their attacks between the two. A rotation is complete once both have been defended. Phosphine glyphs are key to triggering the laboratory's automated security system. Gathering a required amount will bolster the active defense target, surrounding it with offensive turrets. Listen, I like me an offensive turret. Notable rewards for completing. I like this notable rewards. Like, don't give us the whole list of dumb shit. Just let us know what's actually cool. New tome mod, more information on these in the new. This is gonna be a long. Survival Endless. We already know how to do survival stuff. There's Mandanel components. Exterminate. Great. They didn't even put exterminate. They didn't even put any notable rewards. There's no notable rewards here, you guys. Just letting you know. New Syndicate, Cavia. Upon completion of the Whispers in the Walls, you have access to Cavia, a new syndicate located in the Sanctum Anatomica. How are they getting food? Maybe they're just robots. But, like, I don't think DoorDash is delivering. You know what I mean? Like I understand some places, like, maybe are difficult to get food, but you can still probably get food. But, like, who is Instacarting to them? Like, what is the refrigeration unit looking like? How are they just living off of the void energy or something? I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's kind of weird. Build rapport with Cavia members. See, there's multiple, okay? There's multiple. And maybe this is going to bite me in the butt and they're all robots and I really don't need to worry about it. To avoid spoilers, the Whispers in the Walls quest, the names of each member has been redacted in the sections below. Got it. So this seems to just be a whole bunch of stuff that we can get. So notables: Corvex, Icon Blueprint, the Grimoire, Helmuth, Coalescent Segment Blueprint. I bet you anything that's the thing that kind of fuses your shit together, all the crystal shit. Melee Arcane Adapters, we love that. Melee Arcane, so Melee Influence. Okay, we're going to get into more of that in the Melee Arcane section, but that's where we get them from. Then there's a whole bunch of Captura scenes, Necromech mods. All of the Necromech mods are now available between Necroloid and the new vendor. Okay, so now we don't have to go looking for them. You can just buy them if needed, which is nice. This vendor also enjoys all things that sparkle and shine and has shiny treasures available to trade for resources. Okay, but they're just orbiter decorations. Go fuck yourself. Arcane Dissolution and Voca vendor. I think that the new Arcane Dissolution system is kind of cool. Okay, listen, so maybe I don't post about Warframe, but I do kind of keep an ear as to what's going on. And now I guess you're going to be able to like dust some arcanes, and you're able to use those dusts to randomly roll for segments of things. Like you get like offensive primary arcanes, defensive primary arcanes, and there's like a certain subsect of arcanes that might come out of those rolls, which is kind of interesting. All right. Bounty Giver, contained and sought in the Grand Grandiloquent Cavia member hands out bounty assignments. Netra Cell guide. Okay. Albrecht's Laboratories bounties. So these are just bounties. That's nice. We have the new Warframe, which I have seen, and he breathes through both of his heads, as we are all aware. I personally think, and this is just me, his hands are very small. Do you notice how like small his hands are? It's kind of disturbing how small his hands are because the rest of him is so big. But I mean, of course his hands have to be a certain size to like hold the guns and all of that. But like when you're looking at the model, just pay attention to like how eensy weensy the hands kind of look. It's odd. Anyway, so how to acquire Corvex. Corvex's blueprint and component blueprints are rewarded from the Cavia bounties. They are also acquired from the wares and shiny treasure vendor in the Sanctorium. Anatomica for standing. The Corvex collection can all be purchased from the in-game market for platinum. That's what I'm going to be doing because I'm a lazy fucker. All right. Passive core exposure. Weapons wielded by Corvex have an additional +3 punch through. I like this, and I wish that they would do that for more Warframes that have shitty passives. You know what I mean? Like, give certain Warframes, I don't know, like increased reload speed with dual pistols or something like that, or not increased, lowered reload. You know, like they're fast. They got really strong fingers. So I don't know, stuff like that. Anyway, Shriyanka Pillar. I'm just going based on what I've heard they call this before because that spelling is like, what? But it summons this pillar that slows enemies. It pulses radiation damage with a guaranteed status effect. Basically, just put down a pipe and it just goes whoom. Okay, you can put down, I think 2 is what I've seen them put down the max of. Containment wall, contain the threat. Corvex summons the walls that slam together, damaging all enemies caught in between them and inflating radiation status. I think that like when you do that and you do that near one of the pillars begin to pulse faster. Something like that. Dissymmetric guard. Guard yourself and nearby allies against status effects. Each time Corvex kills or assists in killing an enemy affected by the radiation status, the number of status effects in Dissymmetric Guard can prevent increases. Okay. Crucible Blast releases a beam of Corvex's Crucible core. Each enemy struck suffers radiation damage with a guaranteed status effect. Enemies that were already affected by radiation status explode in a chain reaction. So maybe like mini molecular prime back in the day. Maximum loadout slot increase. Blah, 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 I don't care. New arc gun, Mandanel. Mandanel fires radiation damage projectiles. Partially charged shots release a spread, and fully charged shots release a beam that dissolves into a radiation field. Projectiles that pass through the field are empowered. Interesting. Mandanel's beams charge Corvex's Shriyanka pillars. Fully charged shots dissolve into a radiation field. Projectiles that pass through gain 2 times damage, 2 times... Okay. Critical chance, critical... Ooh, okay, and increased projectile speed. Interesting. I'm going to have to see how this works. How to acquire. It's a blueprint rewarded in the Cavia bounties, and its components are found in the drop tables in the new Endless Mission nodes. Persto, Munio, and Cambide. It can also be purchased fully built. We know. And then there's a Corvex Collection, which of course has the helmet that we see here. I don't know. I feel like these pleats, oh, you can't see my cursor, but like on his arms and on his legs are so large, and the pleats on these ones are kind of teensy tiny, like incy weensy, and I feel like it's staggeringly different. Port Cull Syandana, which is that back thing right here, kind of looks cool. It's great. Moving on. New melee, the Eckheim. It feels very German. It feels like I'm saying German bad words. Like I've now turned into a Nazi or something. Anyway, wield the timeless power of this mighty hammer. The hammer attacks performed with Eckheim temporarily decrease its damage and attack speed. What? Heavy attacks performed with Arcane temporarily increase. I read that as decrease. That's the opposite. Okay, good. Blueprints are acquired from the wares and shiny treasures vendor in the Sanctum Atomica. I want to know about the tome. The Grimoire is the first new weapon type claimed the Albrechts and Trotti's knowledge. Its alternate attack Releases a voltaic orb with guaranteed electric status. Complete the Whispers in the Walls quest. Blueprints can also be acquired from the Wares and Shiny Trend, blah, blah, blah. Tome skins. Judge a book by its cover. 10. The following skins are available in the in-game market for the weapons. So here's the thing. Is this going to be like a one-time? Like we're just getting one tome? Like what's happening? So they made tome skins. I'm very curious to see these tome mods. That's the really interesting thing. There are 2 types of tome mods. Cat Style and Invocation. Only one of each type can be equipped into the tome weapons. The C1 are available for the Exilus slot. And so let's see what it has. Risk Invocation. Alternate fire increases ability duration by 4 seconds for 20 seconds for each enemy hit. Interesting. Stacks up to 15 times. Oh, okay. Zada Invocation. Alternate fire grants 1 energy regen for 20 seconds for each enemy hit. Stacks up to 10 times. Ew! Ooh! Okay. Interesting. Okay, Netra Invocation. Alternate fire ability increases ability efficiency for 20 seconds for each enemy hit. Stacks up to 15 times. Okay, only one type of each, right? Only one type of each. So we could have an Invocation and a Canticle. The Canticle. Enemies have a 12% chance to drop a universe. Oh! I like! Okay, Jahu, Canticle. Killing enemies reduces the armor and shields of other enemies within affinity range. Okay, so I was thinking like 9 meters would be them being chintzy. 30 meters would have been nice and generous, Thank you for the... But affinity range? Interesting. Loke Canticle. Killing enemies grants allies within affinity range 30% fire rate for 15 seconds. I don't care about that one. How to acquire tome mods. Tome mods are available to be earned via rotation C of Mirror Defense on... Catch me on Mirror Defense on Demos. I will be there. We're going to be... Oh, wait. There's Essential Tome Mod Bundle, which contains all of the... Okay, I will be picking that one up instead. Don't catch me on the Mirror Defense. Sorry, I lied. I'm just going to buy the bundle. New mods available for new source of power surges through the arsenal with 12 brand new mods. Acquire them by defeating new enemies in Albrecht's laboratories. Okay, so we have Energy Nexus. Warframe receives 3 energy per second. Wait, what is this? What is this? Is this an aura? Is this... don't we kind of have... What is this? Okay, we'll figure it out. No, because it would say aura if it was an aura. This is just general. Precision Intensify. Ability strength of your 4th ability. So is it, when you say 4th ability, are you saying your ultimate ability, like ability number 4? Or you use it like, are we talking about like League of Legends, Jin kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what we're saying? Are we doing that? Where's the 4th? Okay, anyway. Ready Steel Aura. Squad begins the mission with 24 initial combo. Shivering Contagion. Enemies affected by cold status have a 30% chance to spread that status to other enemies within 6 meters. That might be interesting if you're pulling off a frost build with the whole critical... You know what I'm talking about? Radiated Reload. Radiation Speed. Radiation Damage Reload Speed. Interesting. They're doing a couple new, like, swapsicles. Atomic Fallout Shotgun, Radiation Damage Magazine Capacity. This is in... Oh, so they're doing a bunch of radiation. So what's going to happen in future ones, they're going to do a bunch of, like, corrosive or something like that. Interesting. You can see it all there. We do have radiation and multi-shot, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Radiation damage and critical chance. I'm kind of into that, too. We'll see how that actually plays out in regular builds. Oh, but that's just for Arc Melee. Arc Melee needs some help. Have they fixed Arc Melee? I don't think they have. Then all of the Banes. And let's move on to this Zevagoth Galucus. I'm going to say it. I think it looks messy. I don't think that... I mean, this is not necessarily my favorite of their deluxe skins that they have done. I might take a look at it in game. And it just might be the way they've customized it, but I feel like there is such a clash of textures and there are so many textures. It's very busy. And even like some of the styling, it's like they have like kind of like sharp edges on one, then they have this kind of like rope thing that's kind of blunt edges. It's kind of a lot of a lot. And I don't know how I feel about it, but you know, DE loves to do like a lot of this experimental stuff. And this is kind of experimental, and also what comes along with it is the the shadow thing that he makes. It'll play a song. You know how I feel about Warframe and their songs. I mean, it's cool, it's cute, but it's not winning it for me. I will take a look at it. We'll see what happens with that. And then there's the Gilly Chap shoulder plate and the Epta. Isn't one of them supposed to be enjoy his company, always follow? Okay. Boston Gilly Chap, the brave and beloved crewmate of Sevagoth Gallicus, always ready to follow his captain into the heart of the void storm. Enjoy his company as he swims around in his shoulder plate reef. Is it that? Is it the jellyfish thing? Or is it like that in the... Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. Is it the jellyfish stinger looking thing? Or is it like the jar? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, Archon Shard expansions is where it gets really interesting. Archon Shard technology has been extensively researched in the Albrecht laboratories and led to the advancement of their capabilities. The process of coalescent fusion allows for 2 Archon Shards to be fused together to create a single shard that offers a new set of embed bonuses. So, the Archon Shard segment, the blueprint, is earned by completing the Veilbreaker quest. Archon Shards, more than one of various type, Tower Forge, new Helmuth Coalition segment. The blueprints earned from the wares and the shiny true vendors in Sanctum Atomica. Stella, the new resources from Albrecht's laboratories. How to unlock Coalescent Fusion. The Helmuth Coalescent segment blueprint can be acquired from the wares and the shiny treasure vendors in the Sanctum Atomica after reaching the researcher tier within the Cavia Syndicate. Once you have built and claimed it from your foundry, return it to the Helmuth room in your orbiter to reinstall it. How to use Coalescent Fusion. Step 1. After installing the segment, interact with the helmet chair and select the Archon Shards button. Select the new Coalescent Fusion icon located on the right side of the Archon Shard. I like, good job displaying that to us. I like that. However, one of the 2 slots can select the Archon Shard types to fuse together. Both sides are filled. The shard that they fuse to create will appear in the center. Base Archon Shards can only be fused with other base shards. Likewise, Tower Forge Shards can only be fused with Tower Forge Shards to create a Tower Forge variant. To remove an Archon Shard, simply select it again. This I like because they're using existing things to create new things, but also drives players to play the original thing. Think it's smart. I like these. So let's see what kind of fusion types they have. So Violet Archon Shards, Crimson and Azure. Gain ability damage on enemies affected by electricity status. Gain 30% primary electricity damage. Gain an additional per Crimson, Azure, Violet, or Archon Shard equipped. Oh, interesting. Gain 25% melee critical damage when max energy is over 500. The boost doubles. Interesting. Health pickups give 20%. Energy pickups give interesting. Okay, I don't love it, but I think it's interesting. Topaz Arc, recover 1 health per enemy killed with blast damage, max 300, regenerate 5, shield when you inflict. Okay, this is almost like defensive. Interesting. Increase secondary critical chance by 1% every time you kill an enemy affected with heat damage, max 50%. Interesting. Gain 10% ability damage on enemies affected by radiation status. Emerald Archon Shard, toxin status effect. Deal 30% more damage. Straight up. Recover 2 health each time enemies are damaged by a toxin status effect. Okay. And we're getting saucy. Gain 10% ability damage on enemies affected by corrosion status. Okay. This is feeling kind of nice. I like me the Emerald. Okay, increase max stacks of corrosion status by 2. Okay, so I'm kind of into it. Reduce the Archon Shard remover cost, blah, 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 blah. I don't think they're anything interesting there. They're Arcane Disillusion. So, Albrecht's laboratory is equipped with devices that can dissolve arcanes into phosphor, a potent powder for alchemical purposes. It's used to trade for arcane packs for the vendor. So that's the packs. That's what we're doing. So step 1, speak with the vendor, blah, 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 blah. Select the Dissolve Arcanes button. Select the arcanes you'd like to dissolve. Note, the amount of phosphor obtained per arcane is determined by a variety of factors, including its rarity and rank. Note, the list includes arcanes that are currently equipped. A warning message will pop up to inform you if the arcanes selected are equipped. Good. Once you've chosen the arcanes you'd like to dissolve, hit the Dissolve button. Return to the Arcane Disillusion menu to exchange phosphor for a variety of arcane packs. Okay, I want to see. I want to see what we got. Purchasing a pack will randomly reward 3 unranked arcanes from their list. The possibility of a certain arcane being selected is based on its rarity and respective drop rates through gameplay means. We want to maintain the integrity of its original acquisition methods in this alternate way to access them. So they have the Ostron Arcane Collection, and I'll bring that up on screen in case you want to see it. I mean, it's old, so yeah. Steel Arcane. What is the Steel Arcane? Is this Arbitrations? Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting up where it finds it. Like, I feel like I have all of that already. Necrolist. This I probably have not even touched. The Necrolist Arcane Collection. So that would be handy for me to kind of like boil down all the rest of the shit and go into the places I don't want to deal with. Eidolon Arcane. I feel like, you know what? There are some that I actively avoided getting, so maybe I could pad out the collection. Solaris. I feel like I have a majority of that as well. I might have just gotten it because I have too much stuff. Duvier, I definitely was like, no thank you. I definitely passed on anything Duvier related. I was like, you're pretty, but I don't want to deal with you. Alright, Hold Fast Arcane Collection, which, what is this one? Why does this all look familiar? Oh, I know this one. I already have, well, I have the ones that I want from that one. But just in case, you guys. I like how they've kind of like boiled them down, but 3 in some of these big sets, it might be hard to get the one that you want. New heavy attack system Tennokai. With the launch of Auto Melee in the Abyss of Dagath, we mentioned that we're working on a perfect heavy attack system for Whispers in the Walls, and it's officially here. Recall the ancient art of Tennokai with new Tennokai mods for your melee weapons. Tennokai is a long-lost melee art form, allowing Tenno to make the most of their heavy attacks. With Tennokai enabled on your melee weapon, you'll have a 15% chance for a symbol to appear while performing a melee attack. If you perform a heavy attack while the symbol is active on your reticle, it will trigger a Tennokai heavy attack, which has a faster wind-up speed and does not consume any combo counter. Yes! I like this. How to enable Tennokai. You can enable Tennokai for your melee weapon by equipping any of the new Tennokai mods onto it. Tennokai mods can be equipped with your build as normal or in the new Melee Exilis slot, which is unlocked, okay, via the upgrade segment acquired upon completion of Whispers in the Walls. Okay, Tennokai mod. These mods can be earned from rotation C of the new Alchemy game mode. Catch me in Alchemy game mode. We're going to be going till 3. Or purchased via the market in the Essential Tennokai mod bundle. Never mind, you will not catch me there. I'll be purchasing the bundle instead. Oh wait, the market purchase is not available until players have installed the Melee upgrade segment. Okay, sure, why not? Discipline's Merit. Enables Tennokai. Opportunities occur every 4 melee hits instead of random. Nice. Dreamer's Wrath enables Tennokai, increases the opportunity chance by 50, and heavy attack critical damage by 32. Increases the opportunity chance by 50% and heavy attack critical. Well, might be nice. Master's Edge enables Tennokai, increases the Tennokai damage by 60%. Conditions Perfect. I like the consistency, though. I like the consistency of the Discipline's Merit. Enables Tennokai, increases the status chance by 100% on Tennokai attacks. That might be good for something with a lot of slash. Get a lot of slash procs. Opportunities Reach enables Tennokai, increases the opportunity window to 4 seconds and melee range by, we'll see. Tenno will also receive a basic Tennokai mod in their inbox upon completion of the Whispers in the Walls quest. Mentor's Legacy enables Tennokai. Great. Melee upgrade segment. Upon completion of the Whispers in the Walls class, player will receive a new melee upgrade segment in their in-game box. Installing it will further expand your melee arsenal with 2 new upgrade options. Melee Exilis slots. Fuse a Melee Eximus adapter into your melee weapons with a new Melee Exilis slot. Players will be able to equip the new Tennokai mods in the slot, as well as the following newly Eximus compatible mods. Oh, Guardian Derision, I know some people... Oh, Whirlwind! Yes! 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 I have a new slot for my glaive. Okay, there's things to be excited about. New Melee Arcane slots, we've been asking. Arcane adapters, between we got it. Melee Arcane. Like Kit Guns, Zaws will offer both a Zaw Arcane and Melee Arcanes, one for each. Zaw Arcanes cannot be used in Melee Arcane slots and vice versa. Interesting. New Melee Arcanes. Okay. Melee Animosity. On melee hit, gain 42% critical chance on your next heavy attack, up to 420%. Melee Duplicate. Legendary. On base critical hits, 100% chance for your attack to strike a second time. On base critical hits, 100% chance for you to attack a second time. Okay. Okay. Base critical hits, yellow by default, are critical hits that are not big, orange by default, or super. I like how it's big and super. Melee Retaliation, gain 30% melee damage for every 200 current shields, up to 420. Interesting. Bonus. That's kind of nice too. Melee Exposure, on ability cast, gain 60% corrosive damage on melee strikes. Wait. For 25 seconds, stacks up to 240%. Okay, that might actually be nice. On melee electricity status, 20% chance for elemental melee status effect to apply. Enemies within 20 meters for 18 seconds cannot refresh while active. I like refreshing while active. On melee kill, 210. That's not bad. That's not bad. 210 for 10 seconds. Melee Crescendo, legendary. On finisher kill, gain 6 initial combo for the rest of your mission. That might not be bad, but I like the other one better. Melee Vortex, kill an enemy affected by magnetic status for a 40% chance. No, I don't like that one. No. You gotta give me base magnetic status, and then you can have that. It's gotta do a thing. Alright, we've tackled new player path, don't care. Main quest path restructuring, don't care. Quests removed from the main path, Stolen Dreams, and the new Strange. Stolen Dreams was what? Was Stolen Dreams Mirage? New Strange was Chroma, right? Oh, interesting. Quests added to the main path, Heart of Demos and Rising Tide. Was Rising Tide, what's her name? It wasn't Sevagoth. It wasn't Sevagoth. Was it the skateboard lady? Anyway, it looks like these are just junction changes. Mastery requirements, I think that they removed those. Arc Gun developer deploy heavy gun weapon changes with the various buffs and adjustments we made to Warframe weapons for the years. Common question, but what about Arc Guns? These heavy weapons are meant to be heavy hitters, but arguably have been overshadowed by the primary and secondary guns in the arsenal. To address the feedback, we have made the following changes. On deploy overguard buff. Okay. Heavy weapon buffs. Overall, most heavy weapons, aka arc guns, have had their damage doubled. Okay. Arc gun damage resistance. Before we get into the stats, we've added a 50% arc gun damage resistance to the Prophet Taker since he's okay. Heavy weapon stat changes. Listen, more stuff, like more damage, more projectile. Great. I actually care about the dual decree on that. Hold on. Wait, I like the Singus too. Hold on. Impact damage, puncture damage. Okay, it's just increased projectile size. Okay. Dual decree on these apply to both the heavy weapons and arcing variants. Total damage increased. All right. Impact. Okay, I don't punch through. Increased. Fire rate increased. Ammo max. Increased bullet hit radius. Heavy weapon only. Recoil reduced by about half. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I hate the Corvus anyway. What is it? Where is it? Not Imperator. I don't care about the Larkspur either. I think I like the Mausolon. Auto damage, auto radial heat damage. Okay, just more damage is basically what I'm seeing. Phaedra, I liked, right? I liked the Phaedra. I don't remember. I don't even remember the Morga, but the Phaedra. Okay, so it just better stuff. Better stuff. It looks like a gilded, the Sanctum Supporter pack. I'm going to be picking that one up, and that one includes the hammer, the cat, gene masking, a Signa, a drone, a display, a grimoire, thing, a transfusion precept mod. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think that's the cat one, right? Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to close this out because I think that everything else is normal. I think that everything else is pretty much normal, right? I'm looking at it. There's a lot of there's a lot of everything, but I think that everything seems fairly the same. Yeah, it just goes into hotfixes. Okay, we're gonna close it out with the directory Twitch wide drop campaign so that everybody is aware of it. Let's just see that real quick. And it looks like there is going to be what is this? Players can earn these drops, so there's Forma for 1 hour. There's whatever the fuck this is. What is this? The Man in the Wall community glyph, and it looks like there's a body. I don't know what that is. I mean, shouldn't that be like a little like extra slot, and there's a weapon slot, and there's another thing? All right, that's going from December 15th, so not today, but in 2 days, through the 21st. So that's going to wrap up this almost hour-long video, you guys. I got to go ahead and head out. I already have the update downloaded, so I'm going to go ahead and check it out. You may catch me on Twitch streaming it. I might record the gameplay of the quest. Let me know if that's something you're interested in down in the comments below. So far, this seems interesting enough for me to check it out, but I'm not 100% like commit, like, oh my god, this is it. This is going to be the be-all, end-all, the greatest thing ever. I'm feeling like they've included some nice, interesting points of interest, for lack of a better term. But regardless, that about does it for me for now. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see from me down in the comments below. If I hear Dress to Kill, I swear to God, I'm going to go throw myself on the floor and roll around screaming. But I might actually do it, so let me know down there. Anyway, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.